Hi everyone, welcome to Live at 12:05. My name is Emmy. I'm the registrar here at the Isle of Wight County Museum. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So in our other videos, we often show you guys artifacts from our collection, and today we wanted to show you a little bit behind the scenes of how those items get into our collection and kind of the life of an artifact here at the museum. So it all starts when an item comes to us here at the museum. There's a couple ways that this happens. The number one way that this happens is by a member of the community who donates it to us. This might be an item that was passed down to them or that they find in their house somewhere, but that is the most common way that we will acquire an item. Another way is that if we have a specific need for a very specific item, we might purchase it from the internet, and sometimes things just show up here and we add them to our collection because we love all of the items that we receive. So once we have it here at the museum, it needs to go into the collection, and we use a software called Past Perfect. This is a collection management software, and it basically allows us to have every item in the software with information on it, and anything you would need to know about the item is in there in its file. Every item has its own unique number known as an accession number. It's made up of 3 parts: the year that it was added to the collection, the number of the collection, and then the individual object's number. So every single item here at the museum has a unique number, and that's how we can identify it in our system. So in our museum software, we will have the item with its number, any donor information, and then any information about the item. So that could be the year it's from, any historical context, or any research that we've done on it. And this is super helpful for when later, if we need to pull the item for a project or an exhibition, we have all the information right there in the file. Once the item is in the collection, what happens next? So every item needs to be labeled with the number so that when we find it in our storage space, we can find it in the software. So there's a couple ways we can do that. The first way is we might put a tag on an item. This will have the number, the accession number on it. And this is an easy way if you have a weird shaped item such as this, that it's easily seen right there. Another way that we will do it is by putting a label in a very inconspicuous place on the item. So this one, I put it on the back of this iron, and the goal is for the visitors to not know that the number is there. The goal is that only we know that it's there. So that is how we label all of the items. So once an item is labeled, what next? It will either go into an exhibition that we already have, like for example, it might fit perfectly in the country store, or we might save it for a later use, or it might go into storage to be researched further. Maybe there's some conservation that needs to happen, and we will tuck it away until we need it. So that is just a little bit of the life of an artifact here at the Isle of Wight County Museum. We hope you guys enjoyed this little glimpse behind the scenes and a little peek behind the curtain. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all next week.